Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and well, let's be honest, about 75% of my 26 regular viewers are actually gentlemen, so hello, gentlemen, and a few ladies. I am the Mighty Plantain, and welcome to this week's beer review. Hey, before we get into it, hit me up down below with a like and a share. Let me know that you're enjoying these, because I actually need the attention, desperately. Honestly, it's the only reason I'm putting myself out here on YouTube, and you all know it. Let's just be honest about it. If you hit the subscribe button as well, you get a notification every time I post a new video. Hopefully you're getting some value out of these, and you're learning a little bit about the beer scene, and getting some good recommendations for some beers you should try, especially if you're from Maine. You'll get some more feedback on the local Maine breweries. Been focusing on those a lot lately. Anyway, enough of that. This week we are doing another local Maine brewery. We are going to do a Shipyard brew. This one is called Little Horror of Hops. Obviously from the picture on the label and the title, or the name of the beer anyway. It's a bit of a play on the Little Shop of Horrors. If you're like me, you are unfortunate enough to remember the mid-80s musical movie of the same name. Little Shop of Horrors, the Audrey 2, yes, Feed Me Seymour, and all that jazz. Oh, it was hilarious back then. Just looking back on it now, it was horrible. Unless you're a fan of the musical theater, in which case I'm sure you love that fucking movie still. Anyway, Shipyard, Maine brewery. They are responsible for a lot of very nice IPAs. This one happens to be considered an IPA as well, if the name of it alone wasn't enough of a giveaway. Their Monkey Fist IPA, their Black IPA, they've got a lot of really great beers. On top of that, their seasonals, Pumpkinhead, very nice fall beer, delicious. Anyway, I could go on and on about these guys. They've got a lot of really great beers with really interesting flavors. Check out anything from Shipyard that you find. It's guaranteed to be a winner. Tonight, we're doing Little Horror of Hops. Now, given their past performance with IPAs, I'm anticipating a very good beer here. It's a bit more amber in color than I've come to expect from a lot of IPAs, but not necessarily a bad sign. Could indicate a different malt backbone to it. Slightly cloudy, which can happen. Most of the cloudiness is rising, so I'm wondering if that's caused by the cavitation of the glass with those air bubbles. No, that's definitely just a cloudiness in the beer itself. Slight, a little bit of condensation on the side, but when I wipe it away, I'm still getting some cloudiness. A lot of pine with a hint of citrus in the aroma. And some floral notes there. Primarily pine, a little bit of citrus, some floral notes. Very, very hoppy. Very hoppy. Now with the other IPAs that they've put out, the Monkey Fist and their Black IPA, excuse me, gotta remember to not breathe and swallow at the same time, apparently. But back to my earlier thought. Sorry, it's a very good beer. The other IPAs that I mentioned that they put out have had some very nice hoppy flavor. So I'm not surprised by the fact that this is very hoppy. But those other beers, the hops have been there, and they've been a primary player. there's also been a very strong malt backbone, or in the case of their black IPA, that malt backbone followed by the solid mouthfeel of a black, darker beer. This is pretty much all hops up front. It reminds me of the other beers that are really trying to push the IBUs and and that hoppiness, like Stone's Ruination and similar type of beers. But overall, a really well balanced hop profile. So while I wouldn't put it up with the Ruination or even Dogfish Head's 120-minute IPA, I would put this in the category of a very strong IBU beer that's not overwhelmingly bitter, but very well balanced in terms of the hop profile. But that's all you're really getting out of this, is the hoppiness. I mean, there is a strong malt backbone there, and there's some other flavors, but they are overwhelmed by that hop blend. I'm going to give this... had to take another taste to be sure. I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. It's really just a very well blended hop variety in this beer. There's not a lot of other flavors coming through, but I'm getting citrus, I'm getting pine, I'm getting floral, I'm getting overall hop bitterness, and it's very well blended. So it's not cloying, it's not overwhelming, but there's no other flavors coming through, which is why it's not hitting that 5 out of 5 for me. It's just sitting at a solid 4.5 out of 5. If I was getting some of the maltiness coming through or something else unique, I'd push it up to a 5, but this is almost there. It is a very delicious beer, especially if you're a lover of hoppy beers, and you should check it out one way or another. If you don't like hoppy beers, it'll give you an idea of what a well-rounded hoppy beer tastes like and maybe change your mind. If you do like hoppy beers, definitely check it out. It's delicious. In the meantime, hit me up down below, like I said before, with a like and a share. Hit the subscribe button and you'll get notifications every time I post a new review. You've got a beer that you want to see reviewed, hit me up in the comments or the email link down below, especially if it's a beer that you brewed yourself at home. If you want to get some of that in my hands, it might be a little more difficult, but we'll try and make it happen, and I'll get you at least one other opinion on it, if not two, because homebrewed beers would deserve that kind of feedback. Till next time, folks, cheers. Now, a little while back, we did a bit of a comparison with the Not Your Father's Hard Root Beer review.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for the beer, man. So, highly recommended by you. The Extreme Beer Fest this weekend. We'll be able to get a hold of, I believe it's the American